library board meeting. Mrs. Swallow?
The chocolate fantasy was successful. They're working on updating policies, and Angela is working on a grant for small libraries in communities, which would include Beatles' New Beginnings. Then they're going to do large print and audio books and shelving and that sort of thing if they get this grant.
Any questions for Mrs. Swallow? Alva Arena Authority meeting. This was not, I'll just add it in here. There was a handful of us that did get to go tour the facility a couple weeks ago. And for those of the council that did not get that opportunity, just get with me and we can set up another time to have someone from the Arena Authority give you a tour. So just let me know. Item E is the Tourism Tax Commission meeting. Mrs. Beer, can you give us a report on that?
We haven't met since the last time, and the meeting for Wednesday is canceled because there's no request. So we'll meet again in December.
Thank you. Board of Adjustments meeting. I don't think we've had one of those either. Airport Commission meeting. Mr. Parsons.
I was absent from the regular meeting, but we had a special capital improvement plan meeting this morning. It went really well. There's some grants through the State Department of Aviation that are out there that we're looking at. Mostly security grants for the fencing, some parking lots, and then some utilities grants. The utilities grants, if that's something that we choose to do, the airport probably will ask the utility authority for help with the match. It's only a 5% match, so it'd be a really good thing to have utilities out there to the hangars. And also, it's a 50-50 match on the airport terminal, and the board's still going over what we want to do with those programs, but I think overall it's going to be a good thing for our airport.
Any questions for Mr. Parsons? Thank you, Joe. Parks and Recreation Commission, Mrs. Swallow.
We did not have a meeting.
Is this the quarter for a cemetery meeting? Dr. Lahr, Finance Committee meeting.
That's pretty routine. We got 4 CDs coming due that we'll go out on bids for. They're totaling about $607,000, a little over $400,000 of that's mostly an airport CD. Sadie did note that cash was a little tight this month because we had 3 payrolls, but on the positive, sales tax and use tax was up about $10,000. And then Ms. Beer also noted that we have a few budget amendments that will come to council here in the next few meetings.
Any questions for Dr. Lahr? City Mayor's report. I'll tell you, for those of you that didn't get to attend the OML annual conference, I did give you a copy of OML's annual report that they distributed there. I apologize, I'm just now getting it to you. The other, I guess, big thing coming up, I am attending the National League of Cities City Summit with OML this week. So that'll be in Salt Lake City, and it'll be my first time attending that. But that is not on the city dime. It's OML for being on the OML board. So, but it should be interesting to see. I've gotten the opportunity over the last 10 years to see how a lot of the cities in Oklahoma do things. It'll be pretty neat to maybe see how some of the other states are doing some stuff. So, and I will give the rest of my time to Roger Godwin to go over our city economics reports, and community profile.
Hey, good evening. Thank you all so much for having me. And you guys have the, I'm going to say the rough final draft of the vision plan and everything. So there's solid number 8 is duplicated, so it doesn't say healthcare. It says the same as number 9. But went over it multiple times. I had 3 or 4 people look over it. We still missed some stuff. Once you guys look over it, it takes a lot to digest. It's more pages than what we had talked about still. But I want you guys as the leadership of the city to look at it and say, hey, these are things that are important, these are things that are not. I'm still going to keep all that data because it's going to allow us to write for grants and apply for the searches for grants, which is really the main goal, not the entire main goal, but one of the goals I wanted to have with this report is so that we have a detailed list of what the community wants so we can make you guys look fantastic, is my goal and objective. So there's that, and then you guys have the activity report as well. Contract is up. This is the last month of the contract, and we'll be up here next month to talk about it. And I'm still going to push forward on the grant stuff, so you will have some information from me every single month. It gives something different, and like Mr. Parsons was talking about with the airport, I can actually put into those searches for airport, for security, for things like that. So I probably need to come up, or at least be able to get a copy of the minutes of these meetings that you guys are all in kind of separately, to see if I can take a look at that and see if we can plug some things in. So also getting a little more into detail of department heads with interviewing them all this next year, if you guys choose to hire me again, so we can go in and say, hey, what do you guys exactly need, so we can be very diligent and be very specific and intentional for the stuff with the grant stuff. Also, we have a couple of shows coming up. Colorado has the Retail Live that's coming up. Went to the one in Austin, so because you guys are probably actually closer to Denver, I think, than Austin, Texas. So that's going to be a show that I go to and just go and talk to those folks. Really, really want to show up in a way next year to where we can show off Alva. What does Alva have to offer? And then whenever we go to those places where all those vendors are, where all of those retailers are, and just developers and other folks that are there, if we're there displaying and showing, I think that's going to be a great thing for the city. So, any questions?
You know, one time we talked about working with other communities on something like that to showcase a few communities. Have you talked to any of the communities?
I talked to Chuck over at Collinsville, so I talked to him. I talked to Hera as well. They're actually in the transition of a city manager, so they don't really know. And I got 2 other cities I'm going to talk to. So if we can get 3 or 4, 5 probably at the most, I think that'd be a really great thing for the state and for our communities.
Any other questions for Roger? I'll probably pull our Economic Development Committee together to review contract for bringing back to City Council next month. We do have the renewal contract. I got it this morning, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll get Drew to look over it and all that, but we'll probably pull the committee together to look at that. So.
That's fantastic. Thank you all again so much for your time and for trusting me this year, and look forward to seeing you guys next month.
Thanks, Roger.
Be blessed.
Next item is the City Business Manager's Report. Ms. Nesserall.
So I did send out what every department has been doing, what they have coming up. Did everybody have a chance to look over those? Have any questions? So I'm going to, we'll keep trying to send those out monthly to you guys. That way you guys are aware of kind of what's going on in each department.
Any questions for Courtney? Thank you. Item number 7, remarks and inquiries by citizens. Public comments will be limited to 2 minutes per speaker, and we would ask that the speaker please identify himself or herself. Anybody care to make a public comment? Well, we're glad you're here.
Don't shake your head at me. I was going to ask you what
I looked right past you.
No, Cody shaking her head. I was going to ask you what happened to dinner when we get home.
For the record, that is Pete Nesseralla.
That's not on the record itself.
Number 8, consider and take action with respect to Resolution 2025-16, a resolution of the City of Alva, Oklahoma, the city approving the incurrence of indebtedness by the Alva Hospital Authority, the authority, issuing its sales tax revenue note, taxable series 2025, the note, providing that the organizational document creating the authority is subject to the provisions of the indenture authorizing the issuance of said note, waiving competitive bidding with respect to the sale of said note, and approving the proceedings of the authority pertaining to the sale of said note, authorizing the sales tax agreement by and between the authority and the city pertaining to a year-to-year pledge of certain sales tax revenue and containing other provisions relating thereto. I had sent out some information prior to the meeting, but the hospital authority, as Mr. Bowman mentioned, is in a spot where they've got numerous capital improvement projects that need to be undertaken. They have been able to work with bond counsel and financial advisor to have the loan that's in front of with this resolution. They are looking at adding $3 million of new debt to their existing $2 million debt. I'm rounding. But basically, that would extend the debt another 5.5 years, but it would allow for the completion of numerous HVAC projects. It would also purchase several pieces of patient care equipment, and part of that being our radiology room, part of that being our surgery suite, to be able to offer both of our operating rooms instead of just one. It'll allow us to get both those operating rooms open. And then there's some other items of just windows and doors that are original to the building that the building was opened in 1970 originally. So some of those type of projects as well. It is all capital improvement, and the hospital will be responsible for all of the debt. City council will not be responsible for the debt. And if there's any questions about the loan, I can call our bond counsel and get him on the phone to answer those questions. The bank that the hospital has been with is Bank of Oklahoma. The new debt would be with FM Bank out of Guthrie. I think the rate is 5.7, I believe. And so that's, what questions does the council have?
You said we have no debt obligation.
You have no debt obligation. There's no change in sales tax rate. Everything is according to existing ordinances, and the only thing would just be that this would be new debt for the hospital.
And the reason it's come to the city, it says on the agenda, is because the city is a beneficiary of the hospital and all this.
So, meaning that we're the beneficiary, does that mean that we are responsible for that debt if that was to happen?
No. The sales tax would remain in place till the debt is paid off. This does require a vote with 7 members in favor for approval. It did pass the hospital authority unanimously with 7 members in approval. Are there any other questions, any other discussion?
So this is for a loan up to $3 million, not necessarily, if they don't need it all, they're not going to use it all. Was it ran like a line of credit loan, or do we get $3 million?
We get $3
And then
million.
start spending it.
It'll be a total of $5 million. $2 million of it will pay off the existing debt and refinance that over 10 years. The original note was due to be paid off, or the current note was due to be paid off in 2029. June of 2029, so this would be due to be paid off in December of 2035. I think if you go back to the original bond, when the hospital did the expansion project back in 2007, that had a 2039 date on it, which the hospital has taken advantage of some favorable refinancing over the years and has been able to reduce that to where we were at 2029, and now this just allows the hospital to get some capital projects completed without significantly impacting their cash flow and items that are essential to operating a hospital. Any other questions?
I'll make a motion to approve item number 8 as stated in the agenda.
I'll second.
Have a motion by Mr. Bowman, a second by Mr. Adair to approve Resolution 2025-16 as stated in item 8 of the agenda. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bowman,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Ferris,
Yes.
Krockenberg,
Yes.
Swallow,
Yes.
Lahr,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Parsons.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Item 9 is discussion and action to approve ordinance 2025-006, an ordinance amending the employee retirement system defined benefit plan for the city of Alva, Oklahoma, providing retirement benefits for eligible employees of the city of Alva, Oklahoma, pertaining to the determination of vesting for the city manager, providing for employer pickup of mandatory contributions, providing for repealer and severability, and declaring an emergency. This is relevant to Mr. Ford's employment agreement and the retirement benefits that were part of his contract, as well as some of the severance provisions as part of his contract that are handled by OMAG. And with this ordinance, we should have had this on our agenda in October and did not do so. And for that reason, in order to be able to meet the terms of the November deadlines in there, there's also the declaration of an emergency. The defined benefit along with the plan, along with the joiner agreement that were attached to the agenda, those would be approved with one vote of the council, but then a separate vote will be needed for the emergency clause. Any questions on that? All right. If there are none, I entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 9 as stated in the agenda. I need to do that twice, don't I?
You need to,
Can I retract that?
you don't have a second, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
So does that die out? Nobody seconds. Okay.
Yeah, okay. With there being no second, Mr. Bowman, would you like to revise your motion? Basically, it's everything except the emergency.
Run that by again?
You would, if you were seeking a motion to approve or not, it would be everything except the declaration of an emergency.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve item number 9 as in the agenda, excluding declaring an emergency.
Is there a second?
Does that work? Second.
I think
I didn't want to do that.
I have a motion from Mr. Bowman, a second from Dr. Lahr, and I'll read for the record. To approve ordinance 2025-006, an ordinance amending the employee retirement system defined benefit plan for the city of Alva, Oklahoma, providing retirement benefits for eligible employees of the city of Alva, Oklahoma, pertaining to the determination of vesting for the city manager, providing for employer pickup of mandatory contributions, providing for repealer and severability. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bowman,
Yes.
Lahr,
Yes.
Swallow,
Yes.
Krockenberg,
Yes.
Parsons,
Yes.
Ferris,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Adair.
Yes.
Now I would entertain a motion to declare an emergency.
Well, I'll make a declaring an emergency.
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Bowman, a second from Mr. Kruckenberg to declare an emergency for ordinance 2025-006. Any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bowman,
Yes.
Krickenberg,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Swallow,
Yes.
Lahr,
Yes.
Parsons,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Ferris,
Yes.
Item 10 is discussion and action to enter into executive session pursuant to 25 OS 307B1 to discuss the employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, disciplining, and resignation of the city business manager. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to enter into executive session.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Bowman, a second by Dr. Lahr to enter into executive session. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Bowman,
Yes.
Lahr,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Krickenberg,
Yes.
Swallow,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Ferris,
Yes.
Parsons.
Yes.
All right, folks. Item or items resulting from the executive session, and there are none. Item 13 is new business. I am not aware of anything that qualifies as new business. Item 14, remarks and inquiries by council members.
I have a remark. I just would like to thank Courtney for doing a great job and being there and helping us through this time without a manager. I really appreciate all the time you spent on the report and really appreciate you.
We talked about getting the economic development committee back together. Greg and I used to approve like some grants for like, do we still do that? Or is just no one applied?
We haven't had any applications, but it's you, Joe, and Greg.
Okay, I just didn't know if they were even still doing that, so we haven't had to do that in a while.
One thing that we failed to mention, we will have a water shutdown later this week, or this week, Thursday. That's going to affect the hospital and the nursing home and everything out there to repair the line on Murray Drive. It's been leaking for quite some time. We'll get word out on that. Anything else?
It's supposed to rain Thursday too.
Oh.
Just bring in more water.
That'll be fun for those guys.
All right, if there's no further business, we are adjourned. And we will call to order the regular meeting of the Alva Utility Authority. Please call the roll.
Hoffman,
Here.
Lahr,
Here.
Krickenberg,
Here.
Swallow,
Here.
Bowman,
Here.
Parsons,
Here.
Ferris,
Here.
Adair.
Here.
Item 3 is discussion and action on the consent agenda. All of the following items which concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved at AUA meetings will be approved by one vote of the authority. Any trustee desiring to discuss an item on the consent agenda may request that it be removed from the consent agenda and placed for discussion as the next item on the regular agenda. It will then be considered separately. The consent agenda consists of the consideration and action on the following items. Item A, approval of the minutes of the regular meeting August 18th, 2025. Item B, approval of the minutes of the regular meeting October 20th, 2025. Item C, approval of claims in the amount of $590,804.44 and payroll expenses of $40,502.71. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Also.
Have a motion from Mr. Parsons, a second from a motion from Mr. Hoffman, a second from Mr. Parsons to approve the consent agenda. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Parsons,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Ferris,
Yes.
Krickenberg,
Yes.
Lahr,
Yes.
Swallow.
Yes.
All right. There is nothing that qualifies as new business, therefore we are adjourned, and we will call to order the regular Alva Economic Development Authority meeting. Please call the roll.
Hoffman,
Here.
Lahr,
Here.
Krickenberg,
Here.
Swallow,
Here.
Bowman,
Here.
Parsons,
Here.
Ferris,
Here.
Adair.
Here.
Item 3 is discussion and action on the consent agenda. All of the following items which concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved at AEDA meetings will be approved by one vote of the authority. Any trustee desiring to discuss an item on the consent agenda may request that it be removed from the consent agenda and placed for discussion as the next item on a regular agenda. It will then be considered separately. The consent agenda consists of the consideration and action on the following items: approval of the minutes of the regular meeting on October 20th, 2025, and approval of claims in the amount of, this needs corrected, right?
Yes, the claims are right, the payroll is the total, so I need to change the payroll.
What should that payroll number? Do we need to
39,
pull it separate, or can we correct it?
I pull it separate.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask that we remove item B and consider it on item 4.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to pull item B and consider it after.
Crazy. All right. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting October 20th?
I'll motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting on October 20th, 2025.
I have a motion from Dr. Lahr and a second from Mr. Hoffman to approve the minutes from the regular meeting on October 20th, 2025. Is there any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Lahr,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Breckenberg,
Yes.
Swallow,
Yes.
Parsons,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Okay, item B, approval of claims in the amount of $159,473.29, and payroll expenses needs to be amended to be
$39,915.37. And
915 or 950?
915.37. And I apologize for the mistake.
Thank you, Councilwoman Swallow, for catching that.
Yes.
Well, I thought that was an awful high number.
It was the total of the two. I'm sorry.
You know we did Courtney a raise, right? Is there a motion to approve item B as discussed?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Adair and a second from Mrs. Swallow to approve the claims in the amount of $159,473.29 and payroll expenses of $39,915.37. Any further discussion? Please call the vote.
Adair,
Yes.
Swallow,
Yes.
Harris,
Yes.
Parsons,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Hoffman,
Yes.
Lahr, Breckenberg,
Yes.
Item 5 is new business. We do not have anything that meets the requirements for new business, and so we are adjourned. Thank you, ladies.